Is there anything you miss when you were in Lagos that you miss from London, or when you were in London from Lagos? Like, what's the major differences that you think, oh, I wish this was in Lagos, or I wish this was in London?
Yeah, it's not. When you are in Lagos, you there's so many stuff that you say, yeah, man, I wish they can do this in Nigeria. I wish they can do this in Lagos. And when you're in Lagos, when you're in London, you say, man, I wish they can do this in. One of the business I started last year was a live streaming company, which is One Access Media. Mm-hmm. So what I did with that, or what I'm doing with that is, you see, there's some very unique festivals that goes on in different parts of Africa.
Yep.
So those unique festival, it's so that's why I created that platform to live stream whatever they're doing, just like the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's to live stream what they're doing to people. Hello?
Yeah. Go on. You just broke up a minute. Go on.
Yeah. So it's to live stream very unique events in Africa to parts of the world. So sometimes, yeah, it's a pay-per-view thing. It will monetize a pay-per-view, just like UFC. So it's from sports to entertainment. So when I'm in Lagos, I'll be like, oh, I wish people in London can see what I'm seeing now. And when I'm in when I'm in London and I watch some YouTube show, I say, man, is this in Africa? Oh, I wish we can actually live stream this for people to watch in London. So that is spirit. That's why I said now I'm playing more into the online digital space, the media side of things.
It actually sounds like a good idea. So when you say festivals, are you talking cultural festivals?
Yeah, cultural festivals. There are different cultural festivals in Nigeria. Okay. Nigeria is a massive country. So we have the Calabar Festival, we just finished last month. It's like a week event. It is amazing. We have the Eyo Festival in Lagos, where it is crazy. We have the Agungi Festival, so that they go on a massive pond. Who gets the biggest catch fish? And there are so many. We have the proper native ones, like the where they celebrate the different gods in Nigeria. And
that sounds really interesting.
So these are stuff, but the rights to actually stream that it's almost let me not say impossible, but it is very, very challenging. Yes. So because the gods of different tribes in Nigeria too, and when you see the festival, it's so colorful, it's so powerful, and I would want the world to see.
I'd love to. That actually sounds like something I'd love to see. Nigeria has I have to admit, hasn't been on my top of the list of places to go, but now you're really selling. You're really selling it. I'll tell you one thing. Just I'll just throw out an idea while you're on air. Like networking. If you network, because I know Nigeria has over 3,000 different languages. So if you network with the people, a Pacific person who has your kind of mindset of that tribe, so when it comes to that time, you just allow him to stream it and connect it to your system, because he know all the right people. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have a network of people. So you have 3,000 different languages. Sorry, it's 3,000 different people. But they're all that key person, and then they do the work for you, and you say it's that time of year, bam, you give them a cut or do whatever you do, and away you go. And
true.
Rather than trying to get in yourself as an Igbo or Yoruba, and there's confliction. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean, because we want to get the exclusive rights to do this, exclusive rights to do that. So it makes things very, very Make things very challenging if you want to go that route. But yeah, we'll take your ideas like that. We'll take your advice.
And if you think about it, in some cases, you don't really want the exclusive rights because it's just about having that opportunity. If you go to an elder and you say, we just want to film today and show that you're a great tribe, and compliment him and say, we want to show people how great you are, rather than if you go to him and say, I'd like the exclusive rights to film your show, so I'm going to make money. Do you see the difference?
Yeah, I see the difference. So
There's a
all
big difference, isn't
antennas,
it?
yeah,
There's a
all
big
antennas
difference.
will be up like this, like, ooh, okay,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're making money. How much am I making? Rather than if you empower his ego,
Mm-hmm.
you know your side of the great
Yeah, there are
compliment.
different,
You
there are
guys
different approach to this.
love an ego stroking. so
Yeah,
so you're gonna get a lot further. So
yeah,
if you say to him like that, oh my boss, my elder, father, that kind of thing, and
yeah,
yeah, your work's done.
yeah. It
Make him
is,
feel
it is.
great. You say, I'm going to make you. I'll put your photo up there as chief
Mm-hmm.
of Baba tribe. You can tell everybody, look what you're doing. Look at me. Yeah.
Yeah, that is why.
Yeah.
That is why. I mean, like the last phase of moving back to Nigeria. I mean, the last phase, because there's so many opportunities there that I would like to
Mm-hmm.
explore. You get,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to explore. That is why we're in the media business now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I hope. Excuse me. Was there anything you had to overcome prior to start investing? I know you've been investing from young, but was there anything on your first investment? Was it like, I'm not sure, but like when you was breaking the cars that you bought legally, was there like a hesitant? I'm not sure if I should be putting my money. Maybe I'll just get a job in England, or was it like,
Oh, no, really. My biggest problem was me being consistent. That's my biggest problem. Was me being consistent, because looking back now, if you stick with any one thing, the most likely the odds has to be in your favor. If you stick with one thing,
I understand.
you must be successful if you stick.
So don't be a jack of all, be a master of one.
Yeah,
But
I was a jack of so many stuff.
Yeah. But in saying that, just to give you an example about my business in Kenya, I started off with the gym, and then I had a car, and then someone asked me, can they hire my car? So I thought, okay. So I bought another car and another car. And then I didn't want to invest in cars anymore, and I'm still running the gym. And then when we took the gym clients down to the beach, they all said they wanted T-shirts. They want to be associated with the gym. So when I had to go and get T-shirts made, then more people want T-shirts and they want different styles. So we ended up doing a whole clothing line of gym clothing, tracksuits, hoodies, and T-shirts, even sports bras and tight leggings. And then it just went on. So what was happening from that base of the gym, you was expanding. Then people said, can you drop them to work in the morning? So we invested in tuk-tuks. So we had a fleet of tuk-tuks. And then corporate companies come to us, say, can you do team building day? Then NGOs came to us, can you do these charities about self-defense because of my military background? And it just grew and grew and grew. So what I was finding, it's either you have to shred and just to say to people, sorry, I can't do that. We just need to focus on the gym. But then like most billionaires have at least 7 different forms of income. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So you need to grow those, but you need to grow them with good managers for each division who are really going to push it and share the vision. And then that's when you really become a director, CEO, and your people are just answering to you, and you're just checking figures and checking numbers. Now, I wasn't necessarily really prepared for that, and that was my failing, but this is where I'm able to look back at myself and say, if I had the opportunity again in that industry, and I chose to go back, that's how I would run it. And that was my experience that I learned from that. But Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is
Yeah,
that go on? Go on.
yeah. Speaking about that, we learn more. We learn more from our failings. Let me not say failures, but
No,
from
it's
our
true.
failings.
Yeah.
Yeah, than our successes, because the failures, they kind of like being etched in our hearts, and we really don't see our successes as something to be very, very proud of, or something that we should shine more light on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been successful in doing CCTV security. That has been one of my longest projects who I've seen, which I've seen consistent returns on. And at the moment, I'm happy. Everyone is comfortable. Yeah. So if I want to look back now and say, you know what, looking back at everything, what would I do different? I would say I would study more. I would study the digital space more, because it's devoid of the government hands. It's devoid of, you get pure experts who are very, you get experts who are not, who wants to be in the mix, who wants to be more, who wants to be identified right now with the new media space in Nigeria. So with the technology space, with the fintech space, with the healthcare space. Like recently, some days ago, I did an interview with two guys. One of them is a co-founder and their chief financial officer. So what they're doing is that they actually created a very smart and innovative idea on how to like leverage doctors and medical experts all around the world and give access to Africans through their smartphones. So you can have access from they are currently testing in Lagos to the world. So what they actually did was that this app is very simple to use. You can download it in Nigeria, particularly Nigeria. That's where they are testing it from now. What their target was that they did a very good business plan, do all this kind of stuff. These guys are doctors and chief and finance officers. So they came together, they did this platform. Now they were oversubscribed as at yesterday. Their target was £100,000. In less than 9 days, they raised like £90,000. So I just got the alert from one of them, Nana. Hey, look, bros, we've been oversubscribed, and we are going for overfund. We are being overfunded right now. So looking back now, that is where I would be more focused on. And
is it because of the money, or
no? You can impact more people. You can impact more people because there's so many dragons to slay in Africa. That is why we need investors, we need thinkers, we need not just people who wants to buy used stuff here and take it back home. No, there's so many problems that needs to be solved. And one of the ways these guys are solving it is through giving access to people on ground, to giving access to world-class medical doctors and specialists. You get? So that is where I think focusing on leveraging digital media to actually impact, not necessarily because of the money, but the money is not a bad thing at all. If you're an investor, you need the money definitely. So,
Yeah.
but it's the reach. That
Mhm.
is what I mean. Is the reach.
Okay. So basically, yeah, everything in the tech is the future of the the fast money, the big money, but also you're reaching a major audience, as in podcasting, what we're doing. If we market ourselves right and always do what we're meant to do, then we're going to reach thousands, if not millions of people in no time at all, rather than having a shop or a gym and things like that. So yeah, I totally understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
we are changing the world with what we're doing. One person at a time. We're changing the world. We're changing mindset. We're changing perception. We're changing the way people look at doing business in Africa. So Africa is a lovely place to invest your money in. That's where millionaires are being made like almost every day. The fundings are coming. The fundings are trooping in.
Yeah.
So why not?
Did you, for you, I know, is your wife Nigerian?
Yeah, my wife is
Yeah.
Nigerian. Yeah.
Oh, so making that decision to move wasn't hard, or to reinvest?
It's not. It's yeah. It wasn't hard for me, but I know people who are husband and wife Nigerian, but nah, it's a huge decision for them. And I know people who are husband is from New York, the wife is from Nigeria, and they are in Nigeria. They are in Africa. We have husbands and wives who are like from the Caribbeans. They are. I know. I did one of these. I did a summit last year called the Diaspora Growth Summit, where I interviewed different Africans or different people doing business in Africa. And she, what's her name? Jacqueline. Yeah. She's from the Caribbean, but she actually takes people to Ghana to buy um, different type of African materials. So it's not really that you must be from Nigeria or you must be from Africa to like invest in Africa. What I would say is, for me, it wasn't a difficult decision at all. It wasn't like a no-brainer to us, because I enjoy the game, and she does enjoy the game as well. So let's go have fun together.
Yeah, I liked when you say that about the game, because it's very true. Investment is a game, and as long as you can see it like that and you don't take things personally, then you'll forever be an investment. To me, there's no such thing as retirement when you're investment, because all you do is just take less responsibility, but you always
Yes,
count your money. But you always count your money.
of
You always count
course.
your money.
Yeah, that's how you count
and,
scores.
and that's beauty, because I've worked and I've invested, and I'm still investing now. And I've seen people who are old and work, and they want to hang on to their jobs because they want to have a purpose. But when you're an investor, your purpose is already there, and you just make your purpose even greater by investing in the right things, whether you're looking at the humanity side of things, or just the dollar, the pound, the euro side of things.
Yeah, I met what's this guy's name? I met him on the train station some days ago. What's his name? Yeah, I met him some days ago. We worked together with the network rail back in the days, and when I met him, he was very dedicated. When we worked together, he's one of those guys who knows clean everything by the books, everything. So he has been working with the network rail for close to like 14, 15 years now. Yeah. So when I met him a couple of days ago, He got sacked.
Mm.
What's the long story? The new I think is the chief operating officer or the new station manager was a younger chap that was brought in from another depot.
Less
So
money, more,
yeah,
more
so
zeal.
yeah, so this new site manager or this new branch manager was not having it, and they have this kind of ego clash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been here when I started working here. You're still in your mama's
Yeah, I understand.
back, or yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the guy was like, you know what? This is the new regime. If you don't want to get along tough, you can hit the door. So it is very dangerous, in my opinion. That is what I preach in the Diaspora Chiefs podcast. It is very dangerous to as a man to put the welfare of you and your family in the hands of another man.
Mm-hmm.
So it is better to create
Great.
something on the side.
Yeah, that's greatly said. Just to add to that, what I found is you could be speaking to people in Kenya, and regardless of what position they hold in office or whatever they do as a 9 to 5 job, they all have a side hustle.
That is Nigeria for you.
Yeah. And I find that you get that more in countries where you don't have a big welfare system. And I admire it because that mindset means everyone's trying to help themselves. It is sad when it comes to the lack of healthcare, because I believe every government should provide free healthcare for all its people. As well as what's the point of having a government? But that mentality of I'm going to have a hustle, I'm going to find my own way to make money as well as having a 9 to 5. I think that's great, and I share that. I try and install that with my children today, and any family members or anybody who comes in to contact with me. Mm-hmm. So just we're rounding up. Education wise, does your education play does it help you in any great way based on what you do? I assume you have a degree.
Yeah, I do have a degree.
I know, you're Nigerian. Of course you have a degree. We have 3 degrees and a master's or a PhD.
It is. I won't say it's a Nigerian team, but yeah.
It is. Nigerians collect qualifications. That's how you.
Yeah. I have my BA, no masters. Yeah, I just have my BA in digital arts and video production, and I am a project manager, PM, BA, certified. And what has played a major role in my life is my self-education.
I like that.
That is more that's more visible in my moving forward, in my successes. Yeah, my self-education, because according to one of is it Jim Rohn that says education can make you a living, kind of, and but self-education can make you a fortune or make you more wealthy.
Self-education is that hustle, isn't it? It's that I'm going to get what's relevant to me and what I need now. You can. There was what was it? Jordan Peterson says education's actually becoming obsolete university-wise because you can learn everything on YouTube.
Yeah,
all they're giving you is a piece of paper with their seal on. And since I came back to England, just to throw it out there, I was going to do a master's. I've always wanted to do a master's and even have a PhD. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, you get this master's and then you've got to beg someone for a job. Yeah, and it's going to cost you $9,000 for at least for 1 year, and you probably won't be able to work as much. So I just went and did the London Real course, obviously where I met you. Yeah. And you spend your $3,000 and you started a business. You started a podcast, and you're beginning some form of revenue straight away, and you meet other people like-minded, which is great.
It is amazing because the educational system is I won't say it's making some people a decent living, but where I want to be, I don't think I need to learn from people who are actually there. So that is why I believe self-education to be a logical next step for anyone who has finished secondary school or grammar school, or how do you call it, before you get into the uni or get degrees. Self-education.
Would you encourage other people to invest in Africa?
Absolutely. Africa is the next frontier. The next workforce is in Africa. So the youth, the population there is so. See, imagine. Just look at the entertainment industry in Africa right now, the movie industry in Africa, the tech industry in Africa. It's a never-ending stuff. It's going to be amazing. Look at farming, look at food, look at fishery, agriculture. See, just pick a problem in Africa and you'll find out that if you invest in solving that problem in Africa, you will be amazed at the returns. The ROI cannot be. Africa is where you can put in $100 and you can make 100 grand. Because, in my opinion, they want you to come in. They want you to come in. Yeah, apart from going into oil and gas, which is highly regulated.
Yes.
Yeah. They want you to come in. So I will highly encourage anyone who wants to invest in Africa. See, investing in Africa, in my own opinion, does not mean that you need to have $500,000 or 500,000 pounds or £1 million. So these, no, you don't need to have that. Just first thing first, go there and just visit and see. Forget about the news, forget about the media, just $1,000. Buy your ticket, just go and visit. Pick. You can spin the globe of the African map. Just spin it. Remember in coming to America, when Eddie Murphy wanted to come to London to US, I had to like spin the globe and say, "Yeah, Queens, we are going to Queens." Yeah, just pick anywhere in Africa and point there. Buy your ticket, go there. And you'll be amazed on the opportunities that you'll see. You won't be told. We have lovely people in Africa, yeah.
I always said, just rounding up, I always said that my experience was, because I traveled a lot of Africa, the east and down to the south and even the north, is that it's like having a crystal ball. You know, everything in London and New York and Australia and Tokyo is going to be in Africa in years to come. And
absolutely,
it's just a question: do you want to do it? Do you want to be part of it? It's the gold rush. You go there, you set yourself up now, you become a major blue chip company. Aiken said it. You know, Africa's the only place where you can get anybody go from a small business to a major corporation in no time at all.
Absolutely, and it was damn right.
Yeah, and the World Bank and the IMF say a high return in Africa is 25 to 35% APR. And the lower rate is 15 to 25, where in London it's 9 to 10. So, you know, this does the maths for you.
You can't get any better. There's so many digital startups that are coming up that you'll be amazed at the impact that they're doing. You get.
Well, Victor, thanks for your time. I'm sure our listeners have learned a lot from your experiences. Should anybody want to find you, can you tell us on what social media platforms, they can find you?
Yeah, I am. As you guys know, I'm a diaspora chief. So it's Victor Osio on Instagram, Victor Osio on Facebook, and Victor Osio on LinkedIn. So my podcast is the Diaspora Chiefs Podcast. You can get me there on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google app, Google Podcasts. Anywhere there is a podcast, you can find the Diaspora Chiefs there. And if you don't want to go too far from there, just send me an email on Victor. No, sorry, Victor at diasporachief.com.
All right, thanks again, and we look forward to having you. Okay.
Don't worry.